YouTube? What's going on? It's One Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be previewing the Washington Commanders versus the New York Giants Week 13 matchup. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. Again, we're ever so close to 5K, so please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to be in the live stream with me as we watch our Washington Commanders head to New Jersey to face those Giants. So let's get into today's preview. This is the first matchup out of two. As we know, the Washington Commanders have a big game against them, and then we have a bye week, and then we come out of the bye week to face them again. So again, we have to win these games. Washington currently sits in a position where they control everything. If they want this season to go right and they want it to be headed into a direction that will end up with a playoff berth and or a victory or two or three or Super Bowl appearance, but start firstly with a playoff berth, we got to win these games, okay? The Giants currently sit in front of us. Okay, they're 7-4, we're 7-5. This is a huge game because not only do we get another division win if we possibly win this game tomorrow, but we move ahead of them officially in the standings of the playoffs. Okay, we move up to the 6th seed. Okay, and as it sets right now, if the playoffs was to start, post tomorrow, which it doesn't, and it really doesn't matter what I'm about to say, but if we move to the 6th seed, then we have a date with the 49ers, and I know you're probably like, Juan, I don't want that. But I'm just telling you, we got to win these games, okay? Winning these games are not only going to put us in a position to get a playoff berth, but it will make us, it'll give us a better chance and move us up higher to possibly have a more fair match. Now, again, I think we're capable of beating every team in the NFC. There's not a team that I fear, but obviously you want the better matchup for your squad. And honestly, again, we got to take these games one time at a time. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't come up here and tell you my true feelings about this game tomorrow. About tomorrow's game. I'm super nervous. I know our boys can get it done. I have a good feeling that we will get it done. But I'm super nervous about it because I just know the Giants. They're 7-4. They're fighting for their playoff lives. They wanna prove to teams that their good start to the season isn't over. They're well coached by Brian Dable, so they're gonna be coming in here to play hard, bro. They're at home. They're wearing their throwbacks, so they're definitely not gonna go down without a fight. I don't care how talented this team may seem. I don't care how banged up they may be. They're not gonna be just a pushover, and we know that the Giants are 4-1 against us. Okay, Daniel Jones, I should say, in the last 5 meetings, he's 4-1 against us. So we know this guy he's a middle average starting quarterback. Okay, but when he plays us, he turns into Tom Brady. We gotta limit that. Okay, we gotta somehow change that narrative. We need to finish him off. We need him to be 4-3 in these next 2 meetings. Okay. Washington has a really good chance. We are going to be without a couple of key pieces. So with that being said, even though we made a video on it yesterday, let's remind you of what the injury report looks like. So for the Washington Commanders, out Dax Milne, wide receiver again. He's done with the foot. And then you got big cornerback Benjamin St. Jude's ankle. He was out also, but he did stretch in practice, so that is encouraging. But he is out. And guard Trey Turner dealing with a knee/ankle. He is out as well. Antonio Gibson, he's questionable with a knee. And then you got also center Tyler Larson with a shoulder. He has no game status, so that most likely means he'll play. Logan Thomas, tight end. He has a rib injury, which no status, so that means he'll play. And then defensive end Chase Young dealing with the knee, obviously. He was limited all week long, and he is questionable. And I believe this is the game Chase Young comes back in. I really do. I think he would have. I felt like he would have made his debut last week if he didn't get the flu virus or whatever sickness he had. I don't want to put a specific name on it, but the bug that's going around the Commanders locker room, if he didn't catch that last week, I believe he plays. So I think Chase Young plays tomorrow. I have a good feeling. Obviously, we know he's only going to play 12 to 16 snaps, so we got to limit our expectations for him. Even though Okay, and that's why I'm getting a little riled up because even though we want to see this guy get a sack, get a strip sack, as great as that would be, we got to limit our expectations for this guy. Okay, it's just good to see him out there. Okay, and I want him to go out there and run around, take a few hits, deliver a few blows, and just and realize, hey man, it's football all over again. And you know it's going to take him some time to feel like that because he hasn't played on it in a year. Okay, he hasn't played in a football game in a whole calendar year. So we got to limit our expectations. So if Chase Young looks scared, if he doesn't look like he wants to be, involved in collisions just yet and stuff like that, and he just doesn't look like himself, that is why we got to allow this guy to come back. You know what I'm saying? And work his way back into the rotation. That's why it's so important that we only put him out there for 12 to 16 snaps because we don't want to overwork him. Okay, we want him to come back in a slow, steady progress and look how he feels. It's very important though. I'm very excited to see how he looks. To see if he looks ready, if he looks like the old Chase Young. I'm interested to see what I don't think he's gonna play with that big brace on because I mean when you see him in pregame warmups, as of late, he was just had like this little pad on his knee. So I'm not sure if he plays with the brace. I don't want to say I highly doubt it, but I doubt he does. But we'll be interested to see if he does play. You already know he's going to be a GTD. They're going to get out there probably like 11, let him do some pregame work and see how he looks and how he feels and how he's cutting on that knee. Obviously, we know turf in New Jersey, New York is bad. So we'll see, but I'm definitely excited about that. And then you go over to the Giants side of things. They have some key players out too, but for the most part, they're getting some guys back too. They got Gary Brightwell, running back. He's dealing with an illness. He was questionable. He was limited Thursday and Friday, so he's going to play. Out you have offensive line Josh Azuda. He's dealing with a neck. And then another person that's out is Adoree Jackson, their cornerback. He's dealing with a knee. Richie James, wide receiver, he's dealing with a knee injury. He was limited on Thursday, and he was limited on Friday, so he's questionable. I believe he plays. Then you got tight end Daniel Bellinger dealing with the eye injury. He was limited all weekend. I think I think he's going to play. He's questionable. And then they got safety, Dane Belton. He's dealing with the clavicle. He was limited all weekend. He was questionable. And I think he'll play. Inside linebacker Carter Coughlin, thigh, limited all week. I think he plays. Center, John Falencio, he's dealing with the neck also. And he was limited all week. I think he plays as well. Cornerback Cardell Flat, has a concussion. He was limited on Wednesday, full participant for Thursday, and a full participant on Friday, so he'll play. And then they got cornerback Darnell Holmes dealing with the shoulder. He was limited all week, and he is questionable. I believe he plays. Cornerback Fabian Monroe, a guy that we know well, dealing with the oblique. He was limited all week. He is going to play more likely than that. Leonard Williams dealing with the neck, limited all week, full participant on Friday, and he's going to play. He has no game status, which means he'll play. And they're getting another piece back on their line, and that is Evan Neal, who was dealing with the knee, but he was full all week. And then they got Tyree Phillips, who's dealing with the neck, but he was full participant all week. And then they got Darius Slayton, who is dealing with the illness, who didn't practice at all this whole week, but he is questionable. It's all about how he feels the day of the game. And I hear that they're possibly getting their edge rusher Azeez Ojulari back, so that's something to keep an eye out for. But for the most part, what I took away from that is that we're going to have to attack these cornerbacks. I mean, they already don't have really good corners, so with you adding that on top of, them being banged up, we got to take advantage of them. I know we want to have a slow or a fast, tempo as far as like running the ball, rushing the clock, slow, grounded out, drives and keep their offense off the field, keep their defense on the field tired. I understand that, but this is a game where we can't be afraid to let it loose. Okay, because again, like I said, they already don't have the best of corners, and then you add that on top of the injuries that these guys have. We got to find a way to take advantage of that. Okay, Scott Turner, I need you to have a good game. I need you to be good in the red zone. This is the week that we can ill afford for you to dial up weak stuff in the red zone. This is the best red zone defense, one of the best red zone defenses in the NFL. Okay, so I need you to dial up your best work when we get inside the red zone. I need Taylor Heineke to play one of his best games, okay? Because I'm really, really nervous that that one interception thing is true and he's going to get it out at the worst time. Hopefully that isn't, and he doesn't have to turn over the ball at all. I hope that he has one of his best games. We need him. Okay, Brian Robinson coming off of a 100-yard game. We're gonna need him to have a big game, especially with Antonio Gibson limited all week, that ankle. I don't know how much he expect him to play. I think we're gonna see a ton of Jonathan Williams this week too. So I definitely feel that we have a good chance. Okay, I think we should go in with a balanced approach. Don't overrun it. Don't overpass. Just go with a balanced approach. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Samuel needs to be an intricate part of this offense. Get the ball into Terry McLaurin's hand early and often. Again, they don't have any cornerbacks that can check this dude. They can't check any of our playmakers. Get Jahan Dawson the ball. I think they're going to make a concerted effort to get Jahan Dawson involved into the offense this week because, I mean, Robert Vera and Scott Turner both fielded questions all week long about why Jahan Dawson hasn't been involved in the offense. I think he's going to get involved heavily tomorrow. So I'm expecting a good game plan, okay? We just need to go in there, play clean football. Taylor Heineke make the timely throws, run the ball well, convert on third downs. When we get in the red zone, we got to get 6, not 3. 6 plus 1, not 3. Okay, defense, I need y'all to show up. Okay, they really don't have any offensive threats. Defensive line, I need y'all to get back there. Okay, Daniel Jones, he's running. He can run. Okay, force him to beat you with his arm. If he beats you with his arm, with these receivers and these tight ends, then hats off to him. But don't make it easy on him, okay? Don't allow him to kill you with his legs. You know that read option is coming. They do it every time we play them. Say they're having Saquon Barkley back, so we got to find a way to limit his impact, okay? He's been their offense all year long, okay? He's really carried this team to their point, okay? So we need to find a way to shut down, Saquon Barkley. Cordell Patterson and the Falcons run game had, some success, a lot of success on the ground last week. Hopefully we can limit that this week. Okay. Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, James Smith-Williams, Montez Sweat, F.A. Obata, all those guys, John Ridgeway, everybody. We need all hands on deck. Okay. So with that being said, with talking about what we should do, what we need to do is win. Let's go to the final outcome. I have the Washington Commanders winning this game, okay? Although I am super nervous about this game, and I'm praying that we win this game comfortable. I think it's going to be another nail-biter. I think Washington's going to win 23-18, and we'll go to 8-5 and head into our bye week looking solid. So with that being said, as always, it's me, Boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button. Again, if you haven't already, let me know you guys' score predictions and thoughts on this game in the comment section. And I most likely will be on Pedro Schmidt live tonight, so please check us out. As always, it's been Boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop, get you driving.